please don't tell your team that they don't need to prospect. That's the craziest thing I've heard. I've heard it 3 times in the last week. And listen, let me be clear. These are just my opinions. I'm not the end all be all, know it all of all the things, but I've been doing this for over 20 years and I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've made millions and millions of dollars per year in this profession, but I've also struggled big time. And in the early years, I spent more money than I made. I'm not the end all be all, know it all of all the things. I don't like the gurus, the coaches, the leaders that are like, hey, it's my way or the highway. Like, this is the only way to do it. Because it's just personal preference, personal experience, right? Personal opinion. But my personal opinion, you should never tell people that they don't need to prospect, that they don't need to recruit. But listen, I love marketing. I can tell you, we've got one of the top 50 organizations in all of network marketing. We're one of the top 50 income earners in the world. Out of all the companies in the profession, we're in the top 50. And I only say that not to be braggadocious, I love that word, but to just let you know that like I'm speaking from experience and results. And I always say there's 2 things you want to teach someone how to do. There's 2 things. You want to teach someone how to market, create curiosity. You know, marketing is not really taught in network marketing. It's crazy, right? A lot of network marketing companies teach you how to sell, spam, pitch, pester people, stalk people, beg people, spam people. Like it's crazy, right? But what I love about marketing, and I've heard like Grant Cardone has talked about this, Gary Vaynerchuk has talked about this. I love when they talk about it because it really hits home for me. Because I was always pretty good at selling. I mean, it took me a couple years, but I got pretty good at selling. But the problem with selling is you're having to be very proactive, which is fine. You should be proactive in creating conversations. I'm about to get into it. But when it comes to selling, a lot of that is talking to people that are already interested in your product and your service, and you're, answering questions, you're, selling them or persuading them to buy, and it's all good. But isn't it even more exciting when you have people come to you, when you have people raise their hand? They ask you for information on your company. They ask you for information on your products. Obviously, that is thebomb.com. However, as much as I love marketing, we've been teaching it for 10 years. We've been talking about building a personal brand, attraction marketing, lead generation for literally 10 years since we started studying this stuff in 2013, since we started following Chalene Johnson, Gary Vaynerchuk, David Wood, Mike Dillard, Ray Higdon, like all these gurus, Amy Porterfield, all these people that were like experts at lead generation. I got so excited about magnetic sponsoring and attraction marketing, but I would never recommend, and none of you should recommend, sitting back, twiddling your thumbs, waiting for people to request information. You must be proactive. You should never teach your teams to not prospect, to not reach out to people. Now, I understand that technically you don't need to. You don't need to prospect. You don't need to proactively reach out to people, but you're going to make less money. You're going to make less money if you sit back and twiddle your thumbs waiting for people to request information. And even if you're like, John, you don't understand. I'm a beast at marketing. I've got people raising their hand every day. I got people in my inbox every day. I got viral TikToks and Reels. That's not duplicatable. It's not duplicatable. For the average person, 80% of the people on your team are probably not going to go viral. And even if they do, they're not going to know how to convert those leads. They're not, because it's cold market. It's complete strangers. You want to build up a following over time. You want to build that know, like, and trust. You want to build influence and credibility. See, building a personal brand is really just your online reputation. That's all it is. So I just needed to have that conversation because as much as I love marketing, nobody has been promoting marketing to social networkers, right? To leveraging social media to the network marketing profession more than us. Like, we're all about attraction marketing, creating curiosity. Curiosity marketing is my favorite. But at the end of the day, sitting back and waiting for people to ask you is crazy town. That is crazy town because most people are not going to be very good at marketing. They're not going to do videos like this. They're not going to do Instagram stories and TikToks. And even if they do, again, they're going to suck at it. You got to embrace the suck. So while you're building up your skill of marketing and becoming an online marketer, becoming a person of influence, becoming a person that can attract people to you, you have to be proactive. I'm still asking people if they're open to take a look at the opportunity after all these years. I still ask people if they're open to my products. I still pop the question every single day. Every day, I still pop the question and ask people if they're open. I'm letting them know I'm launching new teams. We've got a new product coming out. Now I will say a lot of the people I talk to at this point, like they already know me. They're not complete strangers. Like I'm not having to reach out to complete strangers and prospect them. But if I had to, I would. Look, if you really believe in what you're doing, why are you keeping it a secret? If you really believe in what you're doing, why wouldn't you reach out to a human? And remember, these are just humans. These are just people. You know, when we would do live trainings, we tell everyone to look at their neighbor and say, no. Did anyone die? And everyone laughs because nobody died, obviously. And at the end of the day, rejection is a part of it. If you're not getting rejected every day, if you're not getting denied, turned down, if you're not getting ghosted every day and you don't have someone telling you, no, thank you, not interested, not now, not this time, not yet. If you don't have that happening every day, you're not building your business. You're not serious about your business. You have a hobby. You have a side hustle. You're not building an empire. You're not building a legacy for your children's children. You're not building something that's going to stand the test of time because you're scared. You're so worried about people rejecting you. I look at it like this. When I get rejection, it's actually redirection. I'm getting redirected to someone else, right? Every no is closer to the next yes. That's why I played that song the other day when I was doing my video. On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. The Jay-Z song, because you're never going to run out of humans. God makes new people every day. God makes new people every day. There's never going to be a shortage, right? There's someone turning 18 every day. There's someone getting downsized every day. There's somebody in real estate that's making less money now than they were 6-12 months ago, right? With the economy the way it is, you better be proactive because let me tell you something. If you don't talk to the people you know, someone else is going to. I'm going to get them before you do. You should have some FOMO. You should be afraid that the people in your network, people you're friends with right now are going to join a home-based business. They're going to buy a collagen supplement or a weight loss supplement or whatever look, I know this is like a generic training, so there's people from other companies on here, but most of us are probably selling a product. And most of the people in your network probably buy a similar product that you sell right now. So whether they're buying from an MLM, a network marketing company, direct sales, affiliate, whatever, or they're buying from you, they're buying these products. People are looking for other income streams. People are scared. If you're not creating conversations and you're not proactive right now and you're just sitting back waiting for people and you're telling your teammates, hey, don't reach out to people, just wait for them to ask you, that makes no sense to me because again, and like I said in the beginning, there's two things you want to master, prospecting and marketing. If you only do one or the other, like I don't want to have to rely on just prospecting, but I would never just rely on my marketing. You do both, you do both, you do both. And here's the beauty. Every time you have a conversation with someone about your products or opportunity, you plant a seed. And then when they see you showing up with your before and after pictures, talking about the benefits of your product, sharing pictures and stories and talking about your company, why you love your company and doing all the things that we do, right? To create curiosity, which by the way, if you're not generating leads for your product or your business, let me ask you a question. Are you promoting your products or your business? Are you telling stories? Are you showing before and afters? Are you interviewing people? Or are you just like an infomercial? Nobody comes on a social media to buy things, but they buy things all the time. Like how many of us love to buy, but we also know that we don't want to be sold.